Hi, on the desk today I've got two Shure 545 microphones. This one's got a switch and an XLR input. This one doesn't have a switch. It's got an Amphenol MC4M for female. That's the four pin plug there. This one is wired up for high impedance, which is guitar jack kind of impedance. So you can switch it inside to change over, but I didn't do that. I made this instead. That's going to go in there, and that's the jack for it. I'm not very good at going inside the microphones just yet. I'm just sort of sussing things out. I do love tinkering around with microphones though. That's why I'm doing this. So this one is the female end. I got this this jack, this connector here for America. This is the MC4M that connects to it. The 4-pin plug there. It's really quite nicely engineered. I like these Amphenol connectors. The only thing I don't like is this, which I've filed that hole down just to make it a little bit bigger, so it can trap the wire inside the housing there and not rip out when you're doing a bit of Roger Daltrey swinging the microphone around. Anyway, so that's going to be at one end, this thing, and we've got the this at the other end, and I'm going to use some of that braided cable that I had before to make it look nice. The wiring diagram I'm going to use is this, which I've made some notes from the internet. The high impedance stuff is over here, and the low impedance stuff is where's my finger? There's the low impedance stuff. That's the XLR. So for high impedance you do that. Pin 1 goes to the sleeve on the jack, and pin 2 goes to the tip. That's a TS jack. And for high impedance, which is XLR, sorry, low impedance, which is XLR, that's pin 3 goes to the pin 3 on the XLR, pin 4 goes to pin 2 on the XLR, pin 1 goes to pin 1 on the XLR. So that's what I'm going to do. Right, I'll see you in a bit. A few hours later. Well, I'm back. This was a right faff. I said that I quite liked the engineering. I like the way it feels, but the engineering is ridiculous. Oops. The engineering is ridiculous. It's hard to solder this little pin here. Oh, where is it? That screw there. When I'd soldered this, the wires in, it was really hard to push the capsule, whatever it is, back into the housing, and then get this little screw to line up with the capsule bit. That was a bit of a faff. And the cable catcher thing, and here it is, whatever that's called, that just wouldn't sit right in here. It was just tearing up the cable, and this spring thing, this protective spring, it was just pushing that out, so that didn't work. So I abandoned that and I don't know, I sweated over putting this pin back in, but it got back in eventually, and the other end was fine, although I think I might have bent a pin somewhere. I don't know why. Does it look bent? I don't know. Anyway, it works. I've just tried it. It works fine. So this will now live with this microphone. And there we have it.